based on the activity over the last couple of months, a pretty drastic reduction in our inventory. So that's positive for our sellers right now.
100%.
The second thing is that buyers are serious during the holidays. Okay. So they're not out there kicking tires because they got better things to do than kick tires. They've got parties to go to. They've got presents to wrap, like all of that kind of thing. So if they're out looking right now, they're super serious, guys. Maybe they have a lease that is about to come due.
Hey y'all, Katie here with Team Evo AZ at eXp Realty in the Phoenix, Arizona area. Welcome to our show, Real Estate Fitness, where we keep your real estate muscle strong by sharing tips and tricks to help you navigate the real estate world. Enjoy the show.
Hey everyone, it's Real Estate Katie and my sidekick, my awesome sidekick, Dana. Hello, Dana.
Hello, everybody.
And we are back with another episode of Real Estate Fitness, where we keep that real estate muscle strong, y'all, because you need it. Like we're teaching you things you need to know to be an adult in this world and buy property and all that kind of stuff, right?
Yes, because adulting is fun.
It's fun. It's fun.
You need to be strong.
It takes a little bit of knowledge, especially in the real estate world. So let's jump right into it. Happy holidays to everybody out there. As we approach the holiday season, we get the question a lot. I'm sure you do too, Dana. Hey, like, is now a really good time to sell? And depending on your situation, you may get different advice from us. So, typically if somebody's just looking to sell and it's not really a timed thing and they can wait, oftentimes the conversation is, hey, you know what? It truly is a little bit slower during the holidays, and there's no other way. I'm not going to sugarcoat it for you. Why is that? Well, people have other things on the brain, guys. They're shopping, they're, entertaining relatives, they're doing all the holiday stuff. And so, it tends to slow down a little bit. I don't think that's a huge surprise or any huge secret that real estate slows down a little bit during the holidays. But if you are one of those sellers that needs to sell for, a certain reason, maybe you have a relocation coming up, you got a job in another area or something's going on, or maybe it's an unfortunate situation that many of us are finding ourselves in. I've heard actually the divorce rate is really high right now. And so if that's your situation and now's the time, it's kind of, you got to go. And so there is some silver lining to the holiday.
There is
selling during the holidays. I was trying to make a cute little tinsel reference or something like that.
That was good. You did.
Thanks. I'm trying to think on my feet here. But we have 5 things to share with you today that are a positive thing about selling through the holidays. And that first one is, and Dana, you can attest, I'm sure, because you're out there working with buyers all day, every day, is that sellers are probably going to face less competition during this time of year.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yes.
Like there's less properties on the market, right?
Yeah, less properties on the market for sure. I know. So, yeah.
And so you're not, now having to compete against more houses like yours. There are less houses like yours. And so that's always best if you're trying to sell. Specifically here in the Phoenix area, we've actually noticed what I would consider, based on the activity over the last couple of months, a pretty drastic reduction in our inventory. So that's positive for our sellers right now.
100%.
The second thing is that buyers are serious during the holidays. Okay. So they're not out there kicking tires because they got better things to do than kick tires. They've got parties to go to. They've got presents to wrap, like all of that kind of thing. So if they're out looking right now, they're super serious, guys. Maybe they have a lease that is about to come due. We do see a lot of leases this time of year or expire. It seems to be a popular time of year for lease expiration for whatever reason. But we're seeing a lot of that. We're seeing a lot of employers wanting to move their people to their new location during the holidays so that they can hit the ground running after the first of the year, right? Like, what better time to move than when things are kind of a little slow and people are a bit more preoccupied?
For sure. Tons of relocation happening right now.
Yeah,
So,
in and out. Didn't you just
in and out
a relo from Washington, was it?
What, from Washington, from Virginia. Yeah, it's happening. It's happening. So yeah, they're getting ready for the first of the year, and they're very serious. Like you said, buyers are very serious at this time of year.
they're pre-qualified, they got the money in the
Mhm.
pocket, like they're ready to roll. They
Yep,
want a new
yep.
place.
Yeah, they are.
So that's good, because then you know, if you're opening up your home during the holidays for a showing, more than likely it's a value showing, because these people are not just tire kickers.
Right. Yeah. And they may want to take advantage of, finishing the transaction by the end of the year for tax purposes or something too.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. People have all sorts of reasons why they want to get things like that done prior to the end of the year. So that's a really great point. Another thing too is you may experience a smoother sales process. I feel
Mhm.
like things probably will happen a bit more. I feel like things. Okay. Almost 20 years experience, sold over 1,200 houses. Yeah. I feel like that's okay, because I know.
I think it happened.
Because, title companies have less transactions on their books. So they're, having a little bit more time to spend on the files. No offense to title companies. When the spring season is hopping, man, it's busy. And I can totally
Mhm.
understand that. You may have less waiting for scheduling your inspections, because the inspectors don't have as full of a schedule. So you may be able to get your termite guy in there a little bit quicker, your general inspector in there a little bit quicker, your roof inspector, AC inspector, all of that kind of stuff. So you may experience, a bit of a quicker, smoother process in that respect during this time of year.
Yeah. And who doesn't want that?
I know, right? Let's get it done.
Exactly.
Fast. I got partying to do. The fourth thing, and this is probably my favorite on the list. Okay, second to favorite, because the fifth thing is my favorite. But the fourth thing is that homes show nicely when they're tastefully decorated, nice, and just think about, I was going to say grandma's house, but maybe fancy grandma.
Fancy grandma.
But nice and
It's true.
tastefully decorated so that it's aesthetically pleasing, and maybe there's the smell of freshly baked bread or freshly baked cookies happening, because you got to make that stuff for the upcomings anyway. So you might as well do it right before showings, is that always makes for, you really want to bring the emotions out in your buyers. And buyers are a little bit more emotional this time of year, right? Because it's the season of, hanging out and connecting and supporting one another. And so people tend to be a little bit more emotional, which that's a good thing. I think that's a good thing, because we want people to fall in love. And so they walk through the door, and if we create a scene that they can fall in love with instantly, then you got a leg up.
And if it feels like home, it will become their home.
Totally agree. That's a great quote. I'm gonna write that down.
Write that down. I don't know where
That's
that
by
came from
Dana.
today. If it feels like home, it will become their home. So make it about the smell. I don't know, there's something about like smells and music that people remember. So if you can create such a warm environment like that, it'll become their home.
Totally agree. Pop the fireplace on for the showings. Make it smell good. If you're not a baker like me, I am really great at lighting a candle. I'm so good at it. And I can find like the nice, freshly baked apple pie scent or something like that. Huh?
Perfect.
Yes, absolutely perfect. And if you don't have a fireplace to light the fire, put the fire on the TV. Now we have that nowadays, just as good.
Hey, and it crackles.
And it crackles. Right. But the point is, like Dana said, create that homey feeling. And what better to do it than with, some of the holiday magic to help you out with. So I definitely think sellers have that going for them this time of year.
They do.
And then lastly, us, Team EOAZ, like we're working, we probably work harder than any other agent in the month of December. Actually, I know that to be a fact, because I know a lot of agents just take December off. They're like, oh, well, it's the holidays, so I'm out. See you next year. Well, we don't do that. We are working just as hard as we do all year long for our sellers to get our homes exposed, to get them sold. And that's a really, really important thing, because you definitely don't want the most important person, your representation in your transaction, to put the feet up and have a couple of hot toddies and call it a day.
No, we don't. So yeah, and you're right. We are working so hard, to finish out the year and get everything ready. And like you said, we have to be available for everybody who needs us to be.
Absolutely. That's a really big thing for us. So guys, if you're having to sell during the holidays, those are 5 positive reasons, 5 things that you can that hopefully put a smile on your face, that you'll be able to experience throughout the holiday season when selling your home. Dana, how can they get in touch with us if they want to chit chat a little bit further? Maybe they can get, maybe they need a little bit more advice. Maybe they just want to talk through their situation, or maybe they're like, hey, come on over with your sign. We're ready to go.
Yeah, we would love that. You can find us on all the social media channels, Team Evo AZ, on our YouTube and on our Real Estate Radio. I know that's
Arizona Real Estate Radio, on your favorite podcast platform.
Yes. So reach out. You can Facebook us, whatever. You can reach out, email, phone. You can reach me 623-308-0957.
Awesome. You can send smoke signals. We'll see them because we're working.
Oh my gosh. Yes. Smokes. You guys just figure it out. Team Evo AZ, let us know if you guys have any questions, anything that you guys need, again, if you're in the market to buy, sell, whatever, go for it.
I caught her off guard with that. I put her
totally
on the spot with that one because
because
I'm usually the one, with my little commercial voice that is kind of spouting off how to get in touch with us and whatnot at the end of the show. So I thought that was actually pretty funny, Dana. And
I tried.
Very good. You're very good on your toes.
I do try. I'm going to practice next time, you guys. I'm going to get stronger with my commercial.
with your commercial voice.
Yes.
Mark of a good real estate agent right there, guys. Strong on their toes. Anyways, she is right. We are at Team Evo AZ. We are on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. You can also download our shows. What is really cool is if you go to your favorite podcast platform, if you type in Arizona Real Estate Radio, you will come up with our podcast channel. And it's not like just one show, guys. We have a lot of shows that go through that podcast channel. We have Dana's Tip Tuesday, which is like a 3-minute show every week, and it's a different tip about real estate. We have the Real Estate Fitness Show, which you're listening to right now. We have the monthly monthly market housing update with Matt and I, and we talk through very hyper local real estate statistics, mortgage rates, what's going on here in the greater Phoenix area. There's a couple more that I'm leaving out, but all kinds of real estate goodness, and all very, very hyper local and things that you need to know in order to make the best decision on the biggest asset of your life. Like truly the biggest asset, the biggest investment of your life. So with that, happy holidays, y'all.
Happy holidays, you guys. Reach out if you need us.